Morning, guys. I'm at work having breakfast before I get my day started. And I just want to touch base on something that I've seen a lot of um, creators post about in the past day or so. And that's the diesel shortage. Now, everybody can have their theories on what's going on. People are not going to gas stations and fuel stations and hoarding up diesel. Diesel is a real picky fuel. It's finicky. It doesn't store well long term except under ideal conditions. So people aren't going and filling up, fuel cans full of diesel more than what they're going to use. I mean, people aren't hoarding, 4, 5, 6, 800 gallons of diesel. They're just not doing it unless they've got a farm and they need that kind of fuel for their equipment. All goods and services, all goods and products in this country are transported by diesel, whether it be a truck or a train. And from the train yard to the stores, it's a diesel truck. That's a simple fact. There's no disputing it. That's how it gets here. It's how it gets to stores. If we do start running lower on our diesel stores, if some areas run out of diesel, because the only way to get diesel and gas to a gas station is a diesel truck. There are no alternatives. If it starts getting really bad to where cities are running out of diesel, to where states are running incredibly low, then the government's going to prioritize goods. And so it's like, all right, what do we absolutely have to have? Well, we need hospitals. They need their supplies. Okay, it's hospitals. Well, people need food. Okay, so grocery stores are prioritized, and that's it. The small gas stations won't have diesel unless that's the only option for transport in that area. So like I said in my other videos, I'm in Floyd County. So that means that any little mom and pop gas station off of the main highway, they're not going to get their diesel shipment. They're not going to get their gas shipment because the transport companies are not going to waste the time and the fuel to get gas there. They're not going to waste the diesel for a little mom and pop gas station in Knott County to get their fuel, to get their goods that they get transported in. They're not going to waste it. And from a financial standpoint, you can't really blame them because that's cutting into their profits. That's cutting into their pockets. Now, the stations like on 80, they're at Allen, the BP there at Bull Creek, things like that. That's the main highway. I could see them still getting some things, but they're not going to get all because a lot of the transport companies are, they're privately owned. They're not big corporations. They're owned by a family or something. And the more that prices rise, the more that availability decreases, those little businesses are going to have to shut down. And then when they shut down, it's going to domino effect. It's going to snowball. I saw a graphic, and this has been going on since 2008. This isn't anything new. There's an infographic that's been going around for years showing, the breakdown of what would happen if diesel completely ran out, if trucks stopped running, basically. Within 2 to 3 days, grocery stores will start to run out of food because they only carry about 3 days worth. And here lately, they're not even carrying 3 days worth. A lot of stores you go to have empty spots on the shelves where, products used to be. Hospitals are going to start running out. They'll run out of IVs. They'll run out of medicine, supplies. Pharmacies are going to start running out of medicine. So what does that do? How does that affect people? Well, if people can't get their medicine, then there's going to be more heart attacks, there's going to be more strokes, there'll be more injuries. So that's going to overrun the hospitals, who are already overrun, especially with children with RSV. But you're going to have more heart attacks, more strokes, more people injuring themselves, trying to go hunt who've never done it before, trying to garden either in the wrong season or have never done it before and have no idea what they're doing. And the hospitals are already overrun. They're already running low on supplies and have been since the start of COVID. So now it's going to deplete already shortened supplies to the point that hospital ERs are going to have to shut down to take care of the patients upstairs. If ERs shut down, and especially in these smaller counties, Knott County doesn't have any hospital. Those people have to go to Letcher County if they live on that side. They've got to come to Floyd County if they live on our side. They have to go to Perry County if they live there. So they're either going to not go to the hospital because it's too far of a drive, which they already do and have for decades, or they're just like, well, they're not going to be able to help me, and they're going to stay home, and they're going to get worse. And they might recover, they might not, which brings in a whole nother set of issues. And even here in Floyd County, if something happens and, little hospitals shut down, what are people going to do? On that infographic and in the articles that I read, within a week, America will run out of clean drinking water. And that means that once it comes to that point, people are going to be drinking water from questionable sources, which means more waterborne illnesses. Those killed hundreds, thousands of people back in the day, back before medicine. If hospitals and pharmacies are shut down, we don't have any medicine to treat those anymore. So how many people will die from just simple infections?